One of the first shots is of Scarlett blowing out the candle, therefore metaphorically taking away the light from her situation, which connotates danger that she's about to go into. It also could represent her marriage, since she's taking something away, and the enigma of the piece is that she's going to have an affair. We used a mid-shot so that it's quite obvious to the audience that this blowing out of the candle is important. One of the first clips of when Scarlett is running away, we used a mid-shot to show her costume, as it's very important to her character, as the fur coat and the red dress and the glamorous earrings create an impression that we wanted to create, that she was in some ways a typical femme fatale, quite glamorous, very 1940s. But with the contrast of her facial expression, we get this sort of unstereotypical femme fatale, since she looks scared and therefore she looks vulnerable, and her facial expression should help to create tension with the audience. Our main use of symbolism in our thriller would be the lioness. Firstly, it's seen on the knocker as she leaves her house. This time she's more in control. She leaves the lioness herself. Whereas on the following shot, when she arrives at the location that she's going to meet this person that she's having an affair with, she is under the lioness. Therefore, she has sort of lost her femme fatale strength. She is holding onto the wall as if she's trying to support herself as she's vulnerable and weak. We thought that this would be effective because, firstly, both of the lions are black, therefore representing darkness, suggesting that maybe her darkness of character, her slightly adventurous femme fatale side, would get her in trouble and would lead to her death. One of my favourite shots and one of my favourite parts of the thriller itself is when this character of Scarlett is shown coming down the stairs out of her house and around to go and meet this person that she's having an affair with. In this shot particularly, the extreme long shot, she's got her hand on a rail, suggesting that maybe she is entrapped at the moment, or she will be. The metaphor of her coming down the stairs could be a metaphor of her as she passes the journey through life to death. The extreme close-up of the husband Ray's mouth is extremely enigmatic because you still cannot see this character's face. Secondly, the shadows cast across his face represent him as morally ambiguous, since you've got certain light patches where perhaps he's a good husband and perhaps he's acting this way out of love, but you've got the darkness across his mouth and the darkness across his cheeks, suggesting that there is something bad and negative within him. And finally, the final shot that we use, zooming up at the building, panning up then to the sky, is useful because firstly it shows the grey stormy sky, which presents pathetic fallacy to the audience, because if you've got a storm and really bad weather, it suggests that something really bad is about to happen to the character.